Hello, I'm Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video. We're exploring 5 of my favorite crystals for the sign of Leo. Now, as with all the other videos in this series, when we explore each of the zodiac signs, we're looking at 2 different things. First of all, we're looking at those born under the sign of Leo. Those are those fire signs, those bold leaders. They're known for their passion, they're willing to take the lead if they need to, and they're quite happy being in the spotlight. But we're also looking at the Leo aspect of our lives. And so when we have the full moon or a new moon in Leo, we look at this aspect. And this aspect is about leisure, pleasure, and play. Sometimes children come under the domain of the Leo sign as well. Now, often with our kind of leisure time, that gets pushed back and abandoned for pursuit of other things such as success and career and so on. And so what we're going to look at is how do we bring in a better balance and the importance of leisure and pleasure in our lives, and which crystals can help us with that along the way. The symbol for Leo is of course the lion, the king of the savannah or the jungle. So you often notice when you know Leos, they're quite confident and they have that big heart and they have this kind of noble energy about them. One crystal that definitely has a noble energy is this, ruby. Now rubies we often find in faceted jewelry, but you can find them raw and you can find them tumbled as well. Whenever any of us need to be bold, whenever we need to be courageous, whenever we need to listen to our heart and lead with the heart, then ruby allows us to do this. This is something that Leos do really, really well, and by them working with ruby, it can really help them to bring out this noble, heartfelt, heart-led kind of leadership and lead through example. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be a leader of a great organization or a company or anything like that. We all lead in our own way. We lead by example, and by leading with the heart, we lead with love, and ruby really helps you to do that. It really also helps to bring in this energy of kind of this boldness of taking control of your life. And what often happens is we allow other things to encroach in our lives, family demands, work demands and all that, and we don't actually get to do anything that we enjoy. If we're not entertaining that inner child, that playful aspect of ourselves, our life starts to get drab and we start to kind of lose the joy. And ruby really helps you to make sure that you are in control of your life, you're in control of your schedule, and you get to do some things that you love to do. Leos are ruled by the sun, and when the sun comes out, we feel playful, we feel leisurely, we feel like getting out there and really enjoying the space and time. To really help capture the energy of the sun, of course, Sunstone. There's no better crystal than this. Sunstone is very expansive, and with that Leo boldness and courage, we go out into the world and we do things that maybe we might be scared of or we've never done before. And with the support of Sunstone, it allows us to expand and to grow our reach in this world, to try different things, to learn different things, to know different things, to get into different relationships in that type of way. When it comes to that playful kind of energy that we really want to harness as well, we often think that, oh, don't be a child, don't be childish, don't, take everything seriously. But we know that when we play, this is to toy with different ideas, to experiment, and it's how kids learn about the world, and as adults, it's how we can learn as well. By adopting this playful nature, we realize that we don't get bogged down into these lower vibration emotions. Sunstone is a great crystal to either carry or wear to keep you upbeat, sunshiny, optimistic, and with that playful attitude. You often hear people say that life is a gift, but how often do you actually realize that? When I attend funerals, it really reminds me that our time here on planet Earth is limited and to make the most out of every moment. Leos love to do that. They will work hard, but they'll also play hard and always make time to relax and have that leisure and time and do something they love. To make sure that you are celebrating and having all this joy in your life, make sure you've got golden Danburite around. It really has this energy of celebration. Now that doesn't mean that everything needs to be a wild party and the champagne needs to be flowing all the time. It just means having an attitude of gratitude and making sure you celebrate the little wins, the little victories, what you do in that type of way. This is a yellow crystal, so it works really well with the solar plexus chakra and can work really well with Leo individuals because sometimes they can have a bit of an overactive solar plexus chakra and blind everyone else with their light when they're standing in the spotlight. This is a really great crystal to help to equalize relationships, to make sure that you have a chance to stand in the spotlight, but hey, let everyone else shine as well. And other people don't need to dull their shine in order for you to be at your best. So when you need to have that real celebratory attitude, when you need to get together with people and collaborate with people, and sometimes Leos, you can make it a little bit all about you, well, this is a really great crystal to equalize that and make sure that we're all celebrating and enjoying life together. With a big heart, of course, comes that ability to communicate, and a Leo is never short of words, always willing to speak up and speak what's on their heart and what's on their mind. Now, to make sure that they maintain this playful approach and this kind approach and don't come across too aggressively or too boldly, I really recommend this crystal here. Now, this is known as Andean blue opal. Now, opals are found all around the world of different colors, and I just find the royal blue kind of not royal blue, this kind of aqua blue of this crystal has this really beautiful, gentle, soft, yet still powerful communication energy about it. So for Leos, this is a really great one for them to wear near the throat chakra, because what I find is they can get a little bit fiery and they'll often speak without thinking about what they're saying. To calm that down, this is really a beautiful crystal to have. But the other great thing is opals have a real childlike energy. So again, it brings through that playfulness. Again, we want to make sure that we're playful and we're kind and we're compassionate in our communication. And Andean blue opal really helps to do that. You would have noticed that as I've been talking about Leos, I've been saying quite a lot about their heart, and that they are beautiful, big-hearted people, very generous, very caring, and very, loving in that way. But sometimes when a Leo's unbalanced, or when they feel threatened or scared, they can get quite selfish. They can get quite nasty and quite vindictive. To make sure, or to kind of steer away from that, that is where green jade can be really powerful. Green jades are really lovely for helping to make sure that we bring abundance and bring things into our life through giving. This works really well with the heart chakra being a green crystal, but it's all about we receive because we give. It kind of supports charity, compassion, kindness, consideration for others, looking to try and understand someone else's perspective in all that type of way. So if you're a Leo and sometimes get accused of being selfish, making it all about you, being a bit of a dominator or that type of thing, working with Jade will really help you to kind of make sure that there's that equal balance between worrying about yourself, which we need to do, but also worrying about other people as well. When we're looking at leisure and pleasure and doing things we enjoy, sometimes we can get into a mentality where we feel that there's not enough joy or not enough time or that type of thing. Remember, jades are a crystal of abundance, and so there's not just abundance of money, it can be abundance of good things, of fertility in life and having a fruitful life. We want to make sure we're enjoying our life, whatever we do, and we want to make sure that we have that time for rest and recovery. Leos definitely do. You'll notice that Leos will work really, really hard, but then once they've come to the end of their energy, or when they think they've done enough, they couldn't possibly lift another finger, could they? And that can actually serve them really well, that they give themselves that ability to regenerate. Some of us that are born under the other signs, like this little Gemini who stayed up all night studying because he went off on a tangent, needs to learn to just stop, unplug and relax and do something just simple. Lay around, do something really quite luxurious, and Jade helps us to do that. So these are my 5 crystals that I absolutely love for working with that Leo energy, to make sure that Leos remain their big-hearted best without getting too selfish and unbalanced. But for the rest of us, it can also be really quite powerful for helping us realize the importance of leisure, pleasure, and play in our lives. I'd love to know, if you're a Leo or not, what you thought of those 5 crystals and whether you have some differences of opinion. Please share with our crystal loving community with a comment below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Barralet. Blessed be.